My father was a building contractor, and I used to visit sites along with him in my childhood. So I decided to become an architect when I was just in 7th standard.
I have always been fascinated by intersection of functionality and design.
I have always been inclined towards art and design since my childhood. In fact, the house that my parents built where I grew up in, so it had a unique architecture where a lot of guests would come to our house and always appreciate the architecture, and that's where this whole interest started. And I had decided in my school days that I wanted to pursue architecture as my career.
Architecture is basically designing of spaces, and how you integrate these spaces in harmony with the nature. That's what our basic philosophy of design is all about. And how we integrate technology, which gives us more flexibility. That with the click of a button, you can have just open up a skylight and it becomes a outdoor space like a courtyard. For about 35 years, we have designed various buildings of different typologies, which includes a winery, which includes a jail, which includes public buildings, institutional projects, private residences. I would like to talk about the collector at Pune, the collector office. Whenever you design a public building, you have to remember that your client is not only the authority. Collectorate is something where which governs the entire district, and people come from all over the district, and sometimes they have to spend an entire day in the campus. So how we can design the spaces which are beyond the brief given by the authority is important. These spaces in the form of courtyard, in the form of plazas, or in the buffer spaces, which are really helpful as extra additional waiting spaces, and people can spend time there. And that was really interesting because of that.
One project that exemplifies my vision is well-designed bus stand at Baramati. This project stands out not only for its aesthetic appeal, but also for its impressive structural engineering. This project features a remarkable 32 meters span between columns, as well as a long cantilever canopy that provides shelter to the bus platform. Use of zinc sheet roofing adds a touch of elegance, while also reducing the overall weight of the structure. This bus stand has become an iconic landmark in that area.
We recently completed a project called Sarthi Head Office in Pune. Sarthi is like a beacon of knowledge, and we wanted to transform this into our architecture language also. Head office basically consists from offices, some multipurpose halls, then they have got auditoriums and training halls, classrooms, recording rooms. And the challenging part here was to create a peaceful environment for office user, and as well as creating spaces for these students was an important factor. So we decided to create like public areas like courtyards and amphitheaters. The whole architecture was developed on solar passive design strategies and climate responsive architecture. So the building envelope is also designed in a very specific way, where we have vertical fins on the facade, which is on the east and west, which is a longer facade of the building. And on the south facade, we have a perforated metal corrugated sheets used again to protect the main offices from the strong heat and radiation. So overall, we were able to achieve a good built environment for the end user, and also create one iconic project in the heart of the city.
Overall, AI will enhance our productivity and enable us to create buildings that are more responsive to the needs of occupants and the environment.
It can never replace us, because as an architect we solve quite complex programs where it is not only about using ideas from given data. The jobs which are repetitive, which are clerical, we can use AI there. When we are not able to do something with our given softwares, this technology will help us to do something which is beyond our imagination right now. Understanding that balance and understand where to use what is, I think, the key. Otherwise, we are going to have it all crazy in the world. future of architecture is quite promising. For the first time in the history that architects have this array of powerful softwares, technologies and tools at their disposal to aid their creative processes.
There's a software called Rhino in architecture, where which is meant to help architects to detailing up the shapes which are not normally dealt in other softwares. But what happens is like people who learn Rhino tend to design the objects governed by the software itself, irrespective of its functionality.
The unique combination of knowledge of aesthetics, creativity, logical thinking and analytical skills. This is what sets us apart as an architect from machines. My advice to young designers and architects would be, first, have clear understanding of principles of architecture and then use these softwares and tools to help us to do better architecture. So, important thing is to build up our skill sets to become a competent architect who's relevant in future.
I'm very happy to be part of this Forbes India and Kohler initiatives, where we get recognition at national and international level.
I am honored to be a part of this project.
I feel super happy that we are part of this select group, and I would like to thank Forbes India and Kohler for doing this program